What's up, everybody? It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday Job Talk with Kimber. Look at my bracelet. The Military Mom Collective sent me this because we are participating in their upcoming Monarch. And you know what? This is actually from Dainty Forces. Has anybody heard of Dainty Forces? How sweet is this little bracelet? Anyway, just wanted to show that to you. If you like trinkets and jewelry, check out Dainty Forces. And hopefully, we'll see you all at the Military Mom Collective event coming up soon. It's a digital online event. Hope to see you there. It's Tuesday Job Talk. Full disclosure, I was sick all night last night. So I have been trying to get fully prepared for our conversation today. So I'm going to lean on Katie, who's she's kind of like backstage with me right now digitally, and she's going to help me through our list for today. So first, open your browsers to jobs.vertforce.us. We are going to start there. And I'm going to share my screen. Here is the QR code. If you'd like to, hang on, let me make sure. Here's the QR code. It's above my head. So straight up, there's a QR code if you need to screenshot to get to the website. But go to jobs.vertforce.us and log in. Let's explore what I have for you this week. The first thing is you're going to see a new employer here called CVS Health, which is amazing. Just between us, when I started VertForce, one of my target companies that I wanted to work with that was on my list of dream companies to work with was CVS. And, here we are 8 years later, seven and a half years later, finally getting the opportunity to bring you some of their portable and remote positions. Listen, the thing about CVS, and I think why it can be very hard to get an application through the interview process and get considered, is the requisitions come fast and close fast. So I'm not quoting them specifically, but I can tell you I've been doing this for almost a decade, and sometimes requisitions are closed. More often than not, requisitions are actually closed before you even apply. It's just the time it takes to review the candidates, get through the interview process, and then get over to the requisitions and close them. It can surpass your speed. So a lot of times this is about timing, and a lot of times this is about alignment with the opportunity. Um, while I say that, that's why you can go to a remote job site or a job site and there are 400,000 listings and you could submit 50 applications. And I'm not talking about CVS specifically. I'm talking about those general boards where you can go and submit, 50 applications and never hear back from any of them because we don't know what's actually live and what's already been filled or what was, oh, we thought we wanted this. VertForce only works with actual positions that we are really recruiting for, that are actively open and that we need to fill a need for the company. So on our board this week, you will see CVS. And the way that we are working our CVS partnership is you can review all of the listings, and there are many. There are many. Hang on, I lost my place. There we are. We have the utilization management nurse consultant. That one is fully remote. We have now a clinical intake form. So basically, the utilization management nurse consultant is an actual role you can apply for. And the clinical candidate interest form is where you can tell us that you are clinical. And if you are clinical, we will send your information to CVS. They also have customer care positions, health innovation and technology positions. Those can be either remote, hybrid, or on-site. We also have CVS Health pharmacy positions, CVS Health corporate positions. We also have CVS Health warehouse fulfillment and transportation jobs and CVS Health in-store jobs. The warehouse fulfillment and transportation and the in-store jobs are the only two that are completely on-site. So I hope you're excited. The way that we are going to support advocating for our candidates to get through the review process, which seems to be what a lot of you are struggling with, not knowing if your timing is right and applying for the position. The way we're going to support you is you go find the position that you want to apply for, make your application, and then get back to us via email and tell us your name, your email address, and which requisition number you applied for. And we will collect that information and help get feedback on whether on the status of your application. Katie, did I cover everything there? All set? Thumbs up. One more thing? Okay. Pause. Hey, Katie.
Hello from backstage. Make sure you select VertForce from the drop-down menu when you apply. That'll also let CVS know where you're coming from, which will also help with your application.
Yes. Thank you so much. They will know that you are a VertForce candidate if you select VertForce from the drop-down menu. Thank you, Katie. All right, team. If you have questions for me along the way, put them in the chat. Katie is making sure that we collect those questions and get you answers live. Tech support. I have a really good, so from the job board site, your dashboard just shows you featured positions, right? But if you click see all positions, it will take you to every position that we're currently sourcing for. And we have a great one that is tech support, and it is completely remote. It is entry-level tech support team. Actually, I'm going to probably turn off screen sharing for a moment just because I'm getting a little confused. Okay. All right. So the tech support role is entry-level. It is part-time. We're looking for someone with a really booming, awesome personality that can get along well with others. And we have 2 seats open, and we would love to screen you for it. I would say the only catch to this specific position is we're looking for someone who can work Mountain Standard Time hours. We don't need the full shift covered, but the range of hours is 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. on that position. But we want to screen you if you are a good fit. And if you read that requisition and think it's a good fit for you, I want to meet you. And so does my team. All right, LinkedIn Bootcamp. So we will transition now to getting ready for LinkedIn Bootcamp. And what I'd like to invite you to do first is to tell me in the chat if you have a LinkedIn profile or not. Do you have a LinkedIn profile or not? I'm going to give you my 1-minute rundown of why you need one if you're currently career searching. Effectively, many organizations who are recruiting use LinkedIn as their primary source of where they recruit. LinkedIn even sells companies like a $15,000 a year membership to be a LinkedIn recruiter. And you don't even understand how many companies make that the standard source of where they find candidates first. LinkedIn first. So, how do you show up on LinkedIn? Well, if you don't have a profile, you're not showing up at all. And I understand that it can be super overwhelming to think about, okay, I don't know how to make myself, I've got to do a cover letter, a resume, references, and now my LinkedIn profile. It gets overwhelming, and I get it. But that's why my team and I have put together the month of April is going to be LinkedIn Bootcamp. If you want to sign up for LinkedIn Bootcamp, the first thing I want you to do is go to my LinkedIn profile. Here's my QR code for my LinkedIn profile. Go be friends with me on LinkedIn. Send me a message. Tell me that you are excited about LinkedIn Bootcamp and we are going to do this together. LinkedIn Bootcamp is going to be very, very well structured. We're going to have 1 3-hour course on Zoom where you can ask questions live. And on that 3-hour course, we're going to go head to toe, profile top to bottom, and how to use LinkedIn and how to network on LinkedIn. We're going to do that in 3 hours. Then we are going to meet 1 week later to review your LinkedIn profile. You're going to get critiqued. We're going to rapid fire as many people as we can during that time. We're going to rapid fire critique LinkedIn profiles. Then we're going to come back 1 week later to do refinements together. And honestly, we're gonna do amazing stuff together, and I want to see you there. So if you want to RSVP for LinkedIn Bootcamp, go right here to this QR code and RSVP for me, please. Katie, did I miss anything on LinkedIn Bootcamp? Nope, all good. Thank you. Next, VA loan boot camp. Woo, 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 woo. I love our VA loan boot camps. They are amazing. So I want you to not just think about your regular 9 to 5. You know that one of the things I'm passionate about is helping military families achieve financial wholeness and wellness. One of the ways that we do that is through finding remote careers for our spouses and finding portable careers that are our 9 to 5s. I also want you to think about the benefits that the military offers you that are effectively your wealth building cheat codes. And your wealth building cheat code is the VA loan. All right. It is how you can take your retirement plan from just what you were able to squirrel away while you were married to active duty and what your service member was able to put away in their TSP. It's how you take that and 10x it. How do we do that? Every time we PCS, we buy property and we determine how we want to cash out on that property. Do we cash out at our next PCS? Do we hold it until retirement? The VA loan is our primary vehicle and avenue for accomplishing that. So I have done 3 VA loan boot camps, and this is going to be number 4. The VA loan boot camp I want to say year, but month is in May. It's in May. So April is LinkedIn, May is VA loan boot camp, and we're doing it May 13th. Thank you, Katie. You can attend live. You can get the replay. Most importantly, if you're like, hey, I don't want to wait until May 13th to do this, I want to know more now. That's okay because we recorded our last 2, and our last 2 are on my website. And you can also send us a message at the military MLS to get access to those. So how do we want to do that, Katie? If you want to watch our last 2 VA loan boot camps, why don't you just drop a comment right now and I will reply to you with the link to go watch them. Okay. This is a part of a greater initiative that birthed out of VertForce. That greater initiative that birthed out of VertForce is the military MLS, and that is a free, forever free military to military listing platform. So what I want you to remember is when you need to buy a house, go shop the military MLS first. When you need to rent a house, a room, or rent a short-term rental because you're going on vacation, go shop the military MLS first. When you need to buy a vehicle, a vessel, or an RV, go shop the military MLS first. Why? It is because we have created this platform to help military families, support military families. Also, if you are listing any of those items, list it at the military MLS. It's absolutely free. There are no catches or strings attached so that the rest of the military community can have visibility into your listings. So if we have a buyer who says, I really want to buy from another military family to support that military family, you have a designated place to go. So VA Loan Bootcamp, whoop, whoop. Turn your next PCS into a $500,000 cash out at retirement. Okay, let's do that together. I'm going to teach you how. And then the military MLS, go create your membership there and shop some of the listings that are already up. Okay, next we have our tip. We're doing a Tuesday tip this week, right, Katie? Yeah, she says yeah in the background. Okay, let me review what our tip is. Okay, this is might sting a little. Would you agree? Katie, do you want to come on and do this one with me? It might sting a little bit. It might be a little painful to hear.
Yeah, I can come in to talk about this one.
Okay. So I want to share with you that when you are looking for a career opportunity, every single method of communication that you use is being evaluated. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples. I'll let Katie speak to this too. But whether you are making a post on Facebook you're sending a Facebook message, you're sending a text message, you're sending an email. It does not matter who you're speaking to. You should type that message and convey that communication like you are being evaluated. So, for example, on site interviews, occasionally when you are attending an on site interview, you are led to believe that the person meeting you at the door is perhaps just the front desk attendant. But sometimes what's actually happening is the front desk attendant is observing all of your actions and mannerisms, as well as how you treat them and how you speak to them. And they may just be the front desk attendant, but they're also a part of the interview and hiring process, and they're reporting back on what they felt and thought about you. Okay. In the same tone and concept, your digital footprint is kind of doing the same thing. Everyone who can see your digital footprint can evaluate your presence, your approach to communication, and how you show up. So especially even when you think that you're not talking to someone who may be a decision maker or who may not be important in the process, remember that they could have just as much weight as anyone else. And Katie, I'll let you speak to this some more.
I was going to say, it translates straight from, the front desk attendant. It translates to a virtual job, just like you said. So if you're emailing to say, hey, did you get my application? Please don't say it exactly like that. You want to put your best professional foot forward, right? You want to show from ground zero to after your interview, from every single interaction, you want to show that you are professional, you are respectful, you are the kind of person that they would want to work with. So if you're emailing somebody to check on an application, you want to make sure you frame it in a professional way, that you are respectful and kind, somebody that they would say, hey, that was a good interaction. You never want to send an email where my response afterwards or the recruiter's response afterwards is, ugh, yikes. That was kind of rude. You want to, and we're saying this because we want you to succeed, right? We want you to put your best foot forward. And so literally, we always say this is every interaction counts, every single one. So make sure whoever it is, a LinkedIn message, a Facebook message, an email, even if it's something as simple as checking on your application or asking a question, make sure you're being respectful and professional in everything that you do.
Yeah. And the last thing I would add to that is through our application processes, we provide a lot of instructions along the way. I think they are concise instructions, but it's evident to us when we're getting emails from candidates asking basic questions that are covered in the instructions that they weren't comprehended, which comprehension I think is different from lack of attention to detail. But just know, think twice before you send that email. And this goes to all VertForce candidates who are applying to VertForce positions. And if you're applying outside of VertForce, if you're going to send an email to ask a question, think twice and ensure that you have done everything to exhaust your personal resources to answer that question for yourself. And when you ask the question, you can say, hey, I'm looking for X. And I thought X might be in the first paragraph of your job requisition or maybe in a follow-up email. But after reviewing the job requisition at length and looking for a follow-up email, I still have not found X. Can you please help me? Because that demonstrates you're being thorough, you have attention to detail, and you've thought twice about sending that comms before you do it. And it also shows what a great team member you are. So you have this amazing opportunity from the start of the application process all the way to the end to really make an impression. It's not just the interview. It's not just your resume. So I hope that that tip helps you. If that helps you, give us a thumbs up in the chat. And if you have more questions, we're absolutely here to cover any of them. I'm getting dings on my phone. So let me see this. Someone says, I'm watching you. Sherilyn, I'm watching you too. I'm watching your Facebook Live and messaging you. I want to be added to LinkedIn Bootcamp. Yay! Okay, Sherilyn, cannot wait to get you added. Oh, for everybody watching who's waiting on the CVS replay, we had a tech issue and I'm personally working on it. So I know that I have 200 of you in my inbox, and every single message matters to me, and I will respond to every single one of you. But I don't want to respond until the link is ready, because I don't want to, waste your time. So I'm personally working that to completion myself, and we'll get it to you ASAP.
We did have somebody asking, I sent it in our chat, Kimber. Somebody was asking about help with their resume.
Oh, great. What's the question? Oh, you sent it in chat.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I can find it. It's okay. Let's see, where'd it go? Cherry was asking if somebody could help with her resume.
Cherry, what kind of position are you applying for?
Let's see if they're still there.
I would love to know what space you're in. So basically, in a nutshell, Cherry, while I'm waiting on you to respond, we have Resume Bootcamp, which is an on-demand course you can take on my website. So that's just under the Learning tab at jobs.vertforce.us. If you click on Learning, oh, thanks, Katie, put the QR code up. If you click on Learning, you will see Resume Bootcamp. Every single thing I know about writing resumes is in that course. We don't generally help one-on-one, but what we will do is if you want to apply to one of the positions that we are recruiting for, and you want one of our team members to review your resume before you apply, we absolutely will. So if you want to apply for that entry-level technical support role, but you want Katie or one of our team members to see if your resume looks good for it, we will do that for you and give you tips, but we don't write them. Not saying that you asked for yours to be written. I just want to be clear. Secondly, don't we have a playlist on our YouTube channel for resumes specifically, or is it just more general career content?
I want to say it's resume, but I'll go check real fast.
Okay. We've made several supplemental YouTube videos that are outside of that structured course. My course, Resume Bootcamp, is free, but it takes you from the very basics of resume real estate, like the amount of space you have on an 8x11 sheet of paper and how to use it effectively, all the way through functional versus chronological, how to write bullets, and all the way through federal and civilian resumes. So sit with that. If you don't find what you need there, come back to us. There are also incredible resume writing services out there. Let me add that I'm a really big advocate of taking my course and doing it that way because I want you to learn how to write your own. It can be very difficult to be super dependent on another person to, revamp your resume for you every time you want to apply for a position. So you can be your biggest advocate if it's kind of like the concept of teach someone to fish versus take them fishing. You can be your biggest advocate in the in the job market if you can write your own. So that's why I promote the Resume Bootcamp course. However, if you're just like, I absolutely have no time to do it, we can point you in the direction of some services that will help you. Okay, I think that's it. Do we have any more questions today, Katie?
Let me double check, but I think we got them all. We've got a couple people interested in boot camps and stuff. So we'll be sending you those links after we finish up here.
And just to recap, everything that we talked about today can be found at jobs.vertforce.us, which is the QR code next to Katie. Under the Learning tab, you'll find our courses. Under Jobs, you'll find the technical support role and all of the CBS roles. And under Events, the Event tab is where you will find LinkedIn Bootcamp and where you will find the VA Loan Bootcamp. And you can RSVP to those as well. All right, we're excited to see you again here on Tuesday, and we will catch you again next Tuesday. Every Tuesday Job Talk. See you soon.